Hey my friends, welcome back to a new video. Today we'll be talking about how to raise your vibration permanently. What can you do in your daily life to stay on higher vibrations so we can go beyond the sense of separation, so we can go beyond the emotions of survival, and rather than just reacting through them, you become more conscious and more self-aware observer, so you can recognize easily how to respond to the present situation in your life, and therefore you can become more compassionate, more loving, more caring person, which will also help you to be more conscious when it comes to the energy that you're projecting towards the world, which will help you to create much greater results in your life and in the collective consciousness. So what's the first thing you can start doing is obviously conscious diet. So what it means, a conscious diet? It's not a vegan diet or vegetarian diet or meat diet or any diet we know as a certain label of diet. Conscious diet to me represents a way of eating where we become truly aware of what our bodies need the most. So we learn to listen to our bodies so we can recognize when we are eating something how we feel while eating that thing. So by doing that, we recognize what kind of food our bodies really need to feel fully alive, to feel or to be on higher vibrations, so we can fully serve our purpose, our mission, our greatest passions. Because, if you're eating the heavy things all the time, you will feel heavy and you will feel tired, and your body will need much more energy to digest that food. So we need to truly recognize what feels good, what kind of food is truly for us. And for some people, often people fall into that mindset that if you want to be, or if you want to spiritually evolve, you need to become vegan. If you want to spiritually evolve, you need to stop eating this and that, and whatever it is. But the truth is that we just need to learn to listen to our bodies, what our bodies really needs. And it's not like, you're craving chocolate and you say, oh, my body needs chocolate right now, my body needs sugar. It's usually coming from addiction, from that attraction towards the satisfaction that food is bringing to you. But being truly conscious means that you recognize how you feel after eating it, not before eating it, but how you feel after eating it, so you can know what brings you that better feeling. Because you can eat a lot of sugar, and while eating it, it may feel good, you may enjoy yourself doing that, but after 1 hour you will feel like there's something out of balance within you. And it doesn't mean that you shouldn't ever eat it, or you shouldn't ever eat whatever. You just become conscious and aware of what kind of food fits to your body. And that's where you will start feeling a certain food like, this is good for you. This will help you to heal that thing. This will help you to raise your energy, and whatever it is, it's all about listening to your body. Creating that greater relationship within your body. That's the first thing you can do to raise your vibration. Conscious diet, my friends. The second thing is to become more active in your body. Stretch your body more. Often the tension can be stored in our muscles, in different areas within our bodies. And most people are just sitting all the time, or most of the time. We are at our jobs and we are sitting for 8 hours. And during that sitting, we are reading many news, we are thinking about many things, we are talking with many people, and there's a lot of tension going on. And because our bodies are not active, that tension goes into certain areas of our muscles and it got stored there. So stretching can help you to release that tension. That's why it's painful. When we're stretching our bodies and we feel the pain while stretching the muscles, it's because we are releasing the tension. By doing it constantly, we'll become more flexible. Right? Muscles becomes more flexible, and what happens when we become more flexible in our lives? We become more adaptable in our lives, and when we become more adaptable in our lives, whatever happens, we can adapt to it, and we can recognize, well, what to do right now. So I can maybe improve this situation, or I can at least learn something from this situation, so I can become a better human. Right? So it's all about firstly preparing our bodies to become more flexible so we can become more adaptable to changes. Then increasing activity. We can go in any ancient traditions. Any ancient tradition will tell you that there are few things to do and your life will be blissful. One is to take care of your physical body by being active. Second one is take care of your diet. And the third one is take care of your mind. And that's what is bringing us to the third thing you can do to raise your vibration permanently. Today we are talking about the things you can do in your every single day. That's what will help us to raise our vibration and to go beyond that feeling of being stuck, to go beyond that sense of separation from who we are meant to be, from our goals, our passions, and so on. So the third thing is meditation. But this one is more like an observer state. Going into meditation and become an observer of your body. This is really important. We have many different meditations, and some of them are more powerful, some of them are less powerful, but each meditation can do the work. But the observer state meditation, I call it the observer state because it's a meditation, a practice where you set timer for 5 to 10 or 20 or 1 hour, 20 minutes or 1 hour, and you just observe your body. It will help you to recognize how many thought patterns are going unconscious within you. How many beliefs are being unconscious within you. How many emotions are happening right at this moment and you're not aware of them. Maybe there's certain pain or certain tension or something stressful happening within your body and you're not even aware of that. By being an observer of those different sensations happening within you, you can recognize, oh, that's why I'm constantly running I'm constantly chasing those different distractions. There's so many things happening within me. And because I was not aware of it, I was constantly running from it because it felt unpleasant. So if you will start doing it daily, let's say in the morning you wake up, you set a timer for 10 minutes, you close your eyes, you start breathing, you play some beautiful music in your ears, and you start observing what you think right now. What kind of thoughts are running in your mind? Maybe there's something from your dreams and you recognize what were you dreaming about. And you may recognize that some of those dreams are, again, some unconscious patterns where your subconscious mind started projecting to you some weird things, so you would recognize how much everything you perceive in your life is affecting the way you think. That's what often we can recognize during our dream state. Then there may be thoughts about the yesterday and the day before and about some sad situations that happen. Maybe somebody triggered anger within you, or you did something which you think that was wrong and you may think about it. And when all those thoughts become louder during meditation, most people think they're doing meditation wrong. They can't quiet down their minds. But the truth is that the point of meditation is to become more aware. And to be more aware means that you will recognize what was unconscious before. So if it happens to you that during meditation you're experiencing more and more and more thoughts, you're actually meditating correctly. Because you're becoming more conscious of what was unconscious before. And you will see, if you will be doing that kind of meditation for 1 month, you will see that more you will be meditating, less the thoughts will be active. Because you will start to recognize all those unconscious patterns. Once you will recognize them, it will be so easy to you to just let go of what is not serving you anymore. You will recognize a certain belief and you will start smiling, laughing at yourself, like, am I still believing in that? It's my grandmother's belief and I'm still holding it within. That's where we become conscious. So become an observer of yourself. It's same with emotions. You recognize there's a certain emotion within you. And that's what is bringing us to the fourth thing. Don't judge your emotions. The fourth thing that will raise your vibration permanently is stop judging your emotions. Again, when we are in the meditation, when we are being observers of our internal states, we will sense something, we will feel something. We may feel sadness, we may feel miserable, we may feel like we are depressed, or we may feel joyful, we may feel grateful, we may feel in love with this present moment. Whatever it is, you don't need to judge your emotions. Of course, if you're feeling grateful, it's all fine, you love to be there. Or if you're feeling joyful or in love, you just love to be there. But when we are going down the scale, more we go into that dense energy, harder it is to stay there, more we want to distract ourselves. But it's all because we start judging ourselves. Oh, I feel so bad. Oh, I'm so angry. Oh, I'm so sad. You know, emotions are energy in motion. And energy in motion is, we sense energy in motion because it is present within us. More dense it is, more stored it is. When the energy is stored, imagine what happens when something is stored in the box. When you will open the box, you can release it, you can take it out, right? Same is within your body. Let's say your body is like a box. Different things are stored within your body, within that box. But because you're constantly distracting yourself, you're not taking care of what have been stored within you. So you're always carrying around all that stored things, all that garbage, all the past experiences, and you're becoming heavier and heavier, and all those things are robbing you from so much energy, from so much joy. And that's why it feels like you are stuck. That's why it feels like it's so hard to move on in life, because you're so anchored to the past because of the stored things within you. So by being an observer of your internal state, you may recognize that every time you will become aware of certain emotion, you will release its tension. But if you're judging it, you start feeding it. So rather than judging your emotions, just become aware of them and let go of its tension. Turn the light in those places within you. You will see it's all about becoming more aware. becoming more aware. You may feel shame. Shame is a really dense emotion. And when you will dig deeper into the shame, you will experience guilt for something. You go deeper into guilt and you may experience a grief. And you may go deeper and you may experience fear. And you go deeper into the fear, and you may experience a desire for something that is not present, and you feel afraid that it will never happen. And you go deeper into desire and you may experience some anger or pride. But you see, the energy is getting less and less and less hard. You're slowly relieving yourself. You're releasing that energy and you're slowly feeling lighter by not judging it, just observing it. And slowly you experience a sense of courage. Slowly you experience a sense of acceptance. You accept yourself. And each experience will lead you to a new experience. That's why if we are running away from pain, we are experiencing stronger and stronger and stronger pain. But if we are releasing that stored energy, we are experiencing a greater and greater and greater joy. So from acceptance we come to love. From love we come to peace. From peace we come to enlightenment. That's what happens when we start observing our internal state. So don't judge your emotions. Observe them. Be aware of them and release them. It's all in your power. You don't need anything to make it happen for you. You just need to observe them, and you need to be okay with yourself not being okay. To say to yourself, well, it's okay if I'm afraid. It's a process of self-awareness. Firstly, we need to recognize that we are afraid of something so we can let go of the fear. You can't become good at something but not feeling fear for becoming it. You can't truly become good at something but not feeling any tension while becoming better at doing that. We always experience some fear. When I started that YouTube journey, I've experienced many fears, and I still sometimes wake up and I'm afraid people will be judging me. I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a scientist or whatever, and I'm talking about those different things about spirituality and so on. Sometimes I still wake up and experience those fears. But then I go into that observer state and I observe, and journaling can help me to understand my thoughts better. And suddenly I recognize, oh, I'm judging myself. Oh, I feel like I'm not good enough. I started comparing myself with somebody. Am I competing with somebody? I'm not competing here with anyone. Why do I feel a need to compare myself? And we start that self-observation process. If we are doing that constantly, we will stay on high vibrations. And another amazing thing which will help you is also to be okay if you're not on high vibrations. We say high vibrations because we feel high on joy. We feel high when we're doing something passionately, but we also fall down. And we also feel tired. And we also feel like we just want to be alone. And it's all okay as well. That's the time where we need to take care of ourselves and we need to recognize truly what is going on in our lives. So it's all okay. Stop judging the energy. Stop judging your emotions. Then the fifth thing which will raise your vibration is mental diet. We've been talking about your eating diet, but now mental diet, to take care of what you perceive and how you're responding to what you're perceiving. So more importantly than what you perceive is how you respond to what you perceive. Because we're living in a world where sometimes we need to check the news. Especially when it comes to your job, maybe you need to know what is happening on the world so you can see how to adapt to what is happening. Some people are working at the jobs which they need to know what is happening. Some news reporters or whatever it is. But it's more about how we choose to perceive things. That's where we become more adaptable, so we stop letting all the negative energy entering into our field, but we become rather the light which is projecting more of that loving energy to all the dark places on the world which truly need that light. So mental diet also means that we become more aware of what we perceive. You don't need to scroll all day long on social media just because you feel bored. And you may recognize, well, there's many things you actually don't need to know about. You don't need to know about what celebrities are going through you, or maybe you do. You don't need to know about who got married and who got divorced and, all different things that may happen around you. So that's where we become more aware of the priorities in our lives. My greatest priority is how to be more in love with life so I can share more love with others. How to be more creative so I can share more creativity with others. How to be more joyful so I can share more joy with others. That's what I'm focused about. And it's important to create that mental diet where you recognize that some things are just not there for you to perceive them. Everything is affecting our minds, and that's what we become aware along our spiritual evolution. We become aware that everything we perceive, everything we hear, everything we read about, everything we see affects on the way we think. And suddenly we are wondering why we are judging so much. Why we feel like not being enough. It's all because we are not taking care of the mental diet. Once you will start perceiving things more consciously, you will see that you're feeling much better. You're feeling much more alive. So take care of the mental diet and stop being so curious for the things which has nothing to do with your life. Of course, being curious is a great thing, especially when it comes to knowledge how to grow, how to improve ourselves, how to improve certain situations about our lives and lives of others. But most of the things we're curious about have nothing to do with ourselves and with any kind of improvement or any kind of self-actualization. So take care of your mental diet. The sixth thing that will raise your vibration is creative expression. That's why I love to create so much. It always puts me into my natural state of being, which is a truly beautiful state. So creative expression, it can be filming videos or talking about something you love, or painting or drawing or dancing for many people. Some people love to sing. And that's where we creatively express ourselves. That's where we feel completely connected to the source. And that source, that truly pure energy starts moving and expressing through us. It's a truly beautiful state. So think about how could you be expressing yourself more frequently. Maybe it is truly you feel an urge to start filming videos. Or maybe you feel an urge to take care of your garden, also taking care of the flowers and everything which can be part of our gardens can be our creative expression. Sometimes helping our neighbors and people around us can be a form of creative expression. Because we all feel so joyful when we are doing things creatively. Sometimes washing dishes can be a creative expression because you find new ways, more helpful ways or more fun ways to make it happen. Sometimes we play some beautiful music and we start dancing while washing dishes, and that's the creative expression. When somebody will be eating, that clean dish will fill your truly joyful energy because you've put so much of it into it. The seventh thing that will help you to raise your vibration permanently is teaching. Share what you know. Because it helps us to exchange, firstly, our knowledge. And when we are sharing our knowledge, we feel good because it gives us a feeling that what we know and what we've experienced in our past may be really helpful for someone who is going through it right now. So teaching is always powerful, especially when we are teaching something we are passionate about. That's why it always puts us into that higher state of being when we share something we know. We need to be conscious that we are not forcing our knowledge, that we are not forcing something we know, but we find a way where we start sharing something we know with people which are truly curious about that, which truly wants to learn from you. That's why, for example, YouTube videos, filming YouTube videos can be really helpful to you, can be really a joyful thing to do. Or maybe something connected with kids, teaching kids certain things. Something, I don't know, you're passionate about. Teaching and sharing what we know is always putting us to that higher state of being where we recognize that our presence matters. What we've learned is truly important. So take care of that. And the last thing, the eighth thing that will raise your vibration permanently is acceptance. I've mentioned it before. When we start accepting our life as it is, we stop judging it as like, is it bad? Could we be better? Could we be worse? Whatever it is, accept yourself. From acceptance will rise love. So let go of the need to judge or complain. It's a process, remember. If you will wake up and you will start judging yourself, don't feel bad about it. It's a process. But by being conscious that you're doing it, by being aware that you're judging yourself, you're stepping onto the next stage of self-awareness. So learn to accept more and judge less. That will completely shift your life. And if you will be doing it every single day, you will see how your life is shifting for the better. You're feeling more alive. You're having more energy than ever. Because comparison is a thief of joy. And when we recognize how much we are comparing ourselves with others, we recognize that's the reason why I'm always so low with my energy. Everything we're thinking about, we're feeding it with our vital life force, and whatever we are feeding, we'll receive feedback of our investment. So now you know why you feel the way you feel. And now you also know how to change that. So let me know in the comments below what you're already doing and how it is improving your life. And what are maybe your lowest points that you need to improve. Share it in the comments below because it can help people to recognize that they are not alone in that process. So my friends, I'm sending you lots of love, blessings and power. I hope you've enjoyed in today's painting. And if you would love to learn to paint with me, you can go and check out my other YouTube channel where I'm sharing with you my painting tutorials, easy, simple painting tutorials. And thanks to everyone for supporting my art in my Etsy shop. I Draw My Passion. You're all truly appreciated. Till next time, one love.